Welcome to the Wealthy Continent channel, a channel dedicated to the great people and continent of Africa. Remember, it is not the place that defines the status of the people. Rather, it is the people that defines the status of the place. As we continue our journey of financial literacy, we're going to be looking at the topic, as an African abroad, are extra mortgage payments better than refinancing? Now, you have to look at things from different perspectives before you make a choice. As somebody living abroad, you have a mortgage. Are you better off just paying extra or just refinancing? Now, I'm going to be looking at these two areas, and at the end of the day, you'll be in a better position to make a choice. The number one thing about additional payment is you are in charge. You have to know that. You determine how much you're going to be paying extra against the principal. The whole purpose of doing this is that you want to pay off your mortgage early. At the same time, you want to pay less interest. So whatever it is that has been agreed between you and the bank, that is maintained. But the extra amount, you determine that. You are the one who determines that, not the bank, you. The second thing is you determine when you pay this extra payment. Whether it's going to be monthly, whether it's going to be quarterly, whether it's going to be every 6 months, whether it's going to be a lump sum annually, you are in charge of that. That's your choice. The number three thing you have to understand is there's flexibility. You can determine when you are going to pay. You can determine how much you're going to pay. That flexibility is there. You don't need to go and ask for any permission from the bank because you are in charge. The last thing you have to know is that because you are in charge, how much you pay, when you pay, how many times you pay is all up to you. The bank will not tell you you need to make an extra payment. They won't come to you to tell you that. You are the one to make that choice. You are the one who has the ball in your court. You are the one to call the shot. Now, that is with additional payment on your mortgage against the principal so that you can pay off your mortgage early, at the same time pay less interest. The second aspect is refinancing. You have to understand that you are not in control of that because it has to do with interest rate. It has to do with what is happening in the economy. We're in 2023 now, the interest rates, they are high. Because of inflation, we don't know when they're going to stop. So if you're watching this video years later, it's just for you to understand what the message is all about, what I'm saying. So you are not in charge. The second thing is, because you are not in charge, banks will have to come up with products. Now, depending on what the bank can offer to you, if the product is available, then offer to you as a customer, you can take advantage of it. If the product is not available, there's nothing you can do. And it depends on the interest rate. The interest rate might make sense and it may not make sense. So you are not in charge of that. The number three thing is the cost of refinancing as well. Does it make sense? Because sometimes there are some ridiculous costs that by the time you add it to your mortgage, it doesn't make any sense. So looking at both, you are better off paying additional against the mortgage, against the principal, than waiting to refinance. Now, if the condition is conducive, if the economy is buoyant, things are going well, and you have a good interest rate that you can remortgage against to beat down on cost, how much you are paying on your mortgage, also for the interest to go down, you can take advantage of it. So that means that in that kind of world, you can be making additional payment at the same time you've refinanced to take advantage of what is happening in the economy. That situation is pleasant, that situation is good. But if you're in a situation where the interest rate is so high and to refinance will not make sense, you are still in control. So at the end of the day, making additional payment has an upper hand than waiting for refinancing. But when you are in a conducive environment to refinance, at the same time you can be making payments, it makes the time for paying off your mortgage early. It makes it very fast. It makes it very quick because you are taking advantage of the interest rate. At the same time, you are making additional payments on your mortgage. If you have been getting value from our videos, we would like you to consider subscribing to this channel, clicking on that like button and sharing with others. Remember, a candle does not lose its value by giving light to others. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.